Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. Look, excuse me just a moment. I got some information to share with you. It's not new information, but it's information that seems to be new inspiration. I was just thinking about us, we as people, human beings, as I always am. And I was thinking about some stuff that happened they were talking about Brazil, the same devil stuff that they tried to put in the United States of America in the last 2020 election, and they put in this stuff in Brazil. Oh man. Then I started thinking about the floods, the pain and suffering that's caused. Someplace the other day they said the flood came in, 2 million homes were lost. I couldn't hold back the tears because these people who won't have homes, who are out there with stamping with mud up to their knees, they're sitting on dirt hills trying to find some comfort. I feel that. That's to me. To me, that's me sitting on that hill. That's me walking around that water with probably snakes and stuff walking around. And I'm in a world and I can't do anything about my situation. And all the people on the earth, we almost got 8 billion of them, and none of them can come up with an idea that can help we the people out. They can go to the moon. They can go up in the sky just playing around. But we who suffer here, who are running for our lives from nation to nation, trying to say, help us, help us. And all the people talking about their gods, and we can't find a God anywhere that would meet our needs. You see, ladies and gentlemen, that's what miracles are. Miracles are when your needs have been met and you know you couldn't find it anywhere else. That was God. And so when these people are walking around, going through all these pains, when we suffer like this, and I don't care how many gods you got, what your God says, but when our pain is legitimate, and you don't have enough God that says, I got an answer. That's why I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, all that stuff is fake. It might intend to be good, but it's fake. Let me tell you something. God is so beautiful and so smart. Made this stuff, whole life of heaven is like kids in a playground. This is why you take your kids to the playground. You are amazed at what they do. Every kid in a playground, I guarantee you can have a house. And they won't cost them a penny. They can even travel to the moon with the stuff that they use. It won't cost them a penny. The difference between the kids and us, we as human beings, we can translate the idea into materialistic stuff like what the mechanics are, what fuel we need, how much time, and all of that we can do because now we have been what? We have grown, we've advanced spiritually. Through what? Our imagination. Now we're able to understand the graphics and the dynamics that we have to hurdle our way around and through to do what we are intended to do. But it didn't cost the kids a penny. It doesn't cost you a penny. Why didn't it cost the kids a penny? Why? Because the kids did what they wanted to do. You had some who wanted to do this part, some who wanted to do that part, some who wanted to do that part. That's what they wanted to do. And this is what they did. And having done that, there were those who wanted to put those parts together and bring out this and that. And that's what they wanted to do. And this is what they were doing. The kids. The kids. And that's an example, pure example of what we the human beings are supposed to do. You see, what's the difference though between the human beings and the kids? The difference is that when the kids went out to do what they wanted to do, all they wanted to do was what they wanted to do. And it was fun. It was a bounce time. But as we grew up and became adults, as it were, our kid mentality changed. We needed somebody to lead. We needed somebody to rule. We needed somebody to control and to manipulate. Now, we are not free to be who we are. We need somebody to tell us who we are and to tell us how we should be. And why do we say that? Because that God that the kids had no problem following, we looked up and didn't see a God. And so when we didn't see a God, we wanted to put up a God. That's what we did. We wanted to put up a God. And now the houses that God has designed for us to have freely, we cannot have them because the God that have replaced God said we got to have money. The God that has made it possible for anybody to get sick to have health care, but will be denied health care today. Because the God that we put on the throne has said you won't get it unless you pay. And in order to pay, you got to do what we want you to do. And the whole world says, Okay. And if anybody really stands up, what happens? Well, for those who say they're Christians, that's what Jesus did. Went to the cross. Even if it's just a story. In the story, he went to the cross. And he went to the cross because he wasn't taking no stuff. And he wasn't killing anybody. He just wasn't taking no stuff. But today, humans kill anybody, take all kinds of stuff, do anything to stay alive because they do not know that man don't control things, and what he has taught you, even through scripture, to be obedient to the system as we all have been. I'm calling on us, ladies and gentlemen. I just want you to know that in what I have been given is all fake. All of us are fake. And some of us go through situations that much more devastating than others, but devastating nonetheless. And it's because we, the human beings, deserve exactly what we're going through. And we'll do anything, every last one of you who just heard what I told you know I'm telling you the truth. You know it just as clear as day. You know it. But you'll go and join the right-wingers who are ready to start persecuting and taking away rights and call themselves big shots while you are no shot. This is a message from my heart because I was in the bathroom finna take a dump, and I decided that I had to get up and come tell you this because you are more important than the dump. Now that you've gotten the message, I'm going to take the dump. Goodbye.